My best friend said the only way to get a boyfriend was to play hard to get. Now she has my boyfriend. You think this is funny? Liam's voice cuts through the clinking glasses and scattered laughter, and the entire banquet hall goes silent. He's standing at the head table, holding my phone up like evidence, screen glowing against the dim lighting. Every head in the room swivels toward him, then toward me. I'm halfway across the room, trapped between the dessert table and a cluster of bridesmaids who've stopped mid-conversation. My stomach lurches. Maybe you should read this one, he says, voice rising. The part where you tell Kayla you're flirting with the groom's brother to keep things interesting. A few gasps ripple through the crowd. The groom's brother, standing near the bar, goes pale. I take a step forward, mouth open, but nothing comes out. My brain scrambles for words, for an explanation that won't sound worse than what he just said. Liam, wait. Or this one. He scrolls, hand shaking slightly, where she tells you to ignore my calls so I'll chase you harder. Real mature strategy. Kayla is frozen at her table near the back, face drained of color. Her hand grips the edge of the tablecloth, knuckles white. She's staring at Liam like she's watching a car crash in slow motion. You made me feel insane, he says, voice cracking now. Like I was losing my mind because you'd be sweet one day and ice cold the next. I thought I was doing something wrong. The bride's mother leans over to whisper something to the woman beside her. Phones come out. I see flashes, hear the faint click of someone recording. This wasn't... I start, but he's not listening. She told me everything, he says, pointing toward Kayla. At least she was honest. She said you were playing games, that you were doing it on purpose. I didn't want to believe her, but here it is. My head snaps toward Kayla. Her eyes widen and she shakes her head quickly, mouthing something I can't make out. She what? She's been checking in on me, Liam says, voice steadier now. When you were too busy testing me or whatever this was, late night talks, real conversations, she actually gave a damn. The room feels like it's tilting. I take another step forward, but the crowd between us feels impossible to cross. Someone's cousin mutters something about drama, and a nervous laugh breaks out near the bar. My voice cracks. It was just advice. You thought wrong. He drops my phone onto the table with a clatter. I'm done playing games. I'm done with you. He grabs his jacket from the back of his chair and heads for the exit. The crowd parts for him like water. A few people start murmuring louder now, and I catch fragments. Toxic, embarrassing, poor guy. I turn toward Kayla, pulse hammering in my ears. She's standing now, hand half raised like she's about to say something, but her face is unreadable. Sympathy? Guilt? I can't tell. You told him? My voice comes out sharper than I mean it to. I was trying to help, she says quietly, but her eyes dart toward the door Liam just walked through. The bride appears at my side, face tight with forced politeness. Maybe we should take this outside. I don't move. My legs feel like they're stuck to the floor. Phones are still out, recording, snapping photos. The groom's brother has disappeared entirely. The DJ, oblivious or maybe just committed to the schedule, starts playing the next song on the playlist. Kayla takes a step toward me, but someone's uncle blocks her path, asking if she's okay. She nods, glancing past him toward the exit. I finally force myself to move, heading for the door, but the damage is already done. The whispers follow me out, and when I glance back one last time, Kayla's still standing there, phone in hand, texting someone. I wake up to 43 notifications. My phone buzzes against the nightstand, over and over, until I finally grab it and squint at the screen through puffy eyes. The group chat we've had since college is exploding, messages piling up faster than I can read them. Did anyone else see what happened last night? Liam had every right to be mad, but airing it out like that, in front of everyone, she literally admitted to playing games. What did she expect? I scroll up, trying to find where it started, but the thread goes back hours. They've been dissecting this since midnight. Someone screenshotted my text with Kayla. Someone else posted a blurry video of Liam holding up my phone. The audio distorted but clear enough to hear him say, playing games. My hands shake as I type a response. Delete it. Type another one. It wasn't like that. Kayla told me to... I stop. Anything I say now will sound defensive. Desperate. I delete it and keep scrolling. Kayla's been posting about it, someone writes, followed by a link. I tap it and Instagram opens to her profile. She posted 3 times since last night. The first is a quote card with soft pastel colors and cursive font. Real friends don't let you manipulate people you love. Sometimes honesty hurts, but silence is worse. 800 likes, comments flooding in. You're so brave for speaking up. People need to hear this. Thank you for standing up for what's right. The second post is a photo of her and Liam at brunch. She's laughing, head tilted toward him, sunlight streaming through the window behind them. He's smiling, relaxed, one hand wrapped around a coffee cup. The caption reads, "Sometimes the right person is the one who's been there all along." My chest tightens. The third post is a carousel. The first slide is another quote card. Manipulation isn't love. It's control dressed up as strategy. The second slide is a selfie of her looking thoughtful, eyes soft and sincere. The caption is longer this time. I've been struggling with whether to speak up about this, but I can't stay silent anymore. A close friend of mine spent months treating someone incredible like a game piece, following advice she thought would make him chase her. When I saw how much it was hurting him, I had to say something. I know it cost me a friendship, but I'd rather lose a friend than watch someone I care about get destroyed by manipulation. The comments are worse than the first post. You did the right thing. She sounds toxic. Good for you for protecting him. This is what real friendship looks like. I try calling Liam. The line rings once, then goes dead. I try again. Nothing. I check his profile. Blocked. I open a text thread with him, type out a message. Please just let me explain. It wasn't supposed to go like this. The message turns green, not delivered. I throw the phone onto the bed and press my palms against my eyes until I see stars. The group chat is still going. She's not even denying it, someone writes. Because she can't, someone else replies. Kayla's been nothing but supportive this whole time. She was probably trying to help and got dragged into this mess. I grab the phone again, fingers flying across the screen. Kayla gave me the advice in the first place. She told me to ignore his calls. She told me to flirt at the rehearsal dinner. She set this whole thing up. I hit send before I can second guess it. The chat goes quiet for a few seconds. Then the responses start rolling in. That's a pretty serious accusation. Do you have proof? This sounds like deflecting. Even if she did give you advice, you're the one who followed it. That's on you. I stare at the screen, pulse hammering in my ears. They're right. I don't have proof. I deleted the text months ago, back when I thought they were just harmless strategy sessions. Now they're gone, and all that's left is my word against hers. Another notification pops up, a tagged photo. I tap it and my stomach drops. It's from the brunch. Kayla and Liam sitting across from each other at a small table, leaning in like they're sharing a secret. Someone from the group is in the background grinning at the camera. The caption reads, "Love seeing two good people find each other." The comments are full of heart emojis. I close the app and open my messages, scrolling through old conversations with Kayla. There has to be something. Some thread I didn't delete. Some proof that this was her idea. Nothing. I check our voice memos, empty. I go back to Instagram and start typing a comment under her post. Then stop. Anything I say will make it worse. She's already framed the narrative. She's the hero. I'm the villain. Liam's the victim who found solace in the arms of someone honest. By nightfall, the story has spread beyond our group. Someone shared Kayla's post to their story, and it got reposted by people I don't even know. My name isn't mentioned, but enough people were at the rehearsal dinner that it doesn't matter. Everyone knows. I get a text from my sister. "Are you okay? I saw what happened." I don't respond. Another text, this time from a coworker who follows Kayla. "Hey, I don't know the full story, but if you need to talk, I'm here." I turn my phone off and sit in the dark, staring at the wall. Somewhere across town, Kayla and Liam are probably laughing over dinner, building something new on the wreckage of what I lost. And I'm here, alone, with nothing but the realization that I handed her everything she needed to take it all. I turn my phone back on 3 days later. The screen floods with messages, but not the kind I expected. No apologies, no one asking for my side, just more fallout. Someone forwarded me a screenshot from a group I didn't even know existed. The caption reads, "Receipts," and below it are my own texts to Kayla from months ago, cropped and arranged in a way that makes them look damning. Should I text him back right away or wait a few hours? Do you think it's too much if I laugh at another guy's joke in front of him? I want him to know I have options. Each one is paired with a timestamp and Kayla's response, which she conveniently left out. The comments beneath are brutal. She literally planned this. Poor Liam had no idea. This is textbook manipulation. I call the number that sent it to me. It rings twice before someone picks up. "What do you want?" It's Brooke, a friend from Liam's grad school cohort. We've been friendly, but never close. "Where did you get those?" I ask. Kayla sent them to a few of us. She said she felt terrible keeping them to herself, but thought people deserved to know the truth. The truth? She's the one who told me to send those messages. She coached me through every single one. Brooke's silence stretches long enough that I think she might actually be considering it. Then she sighs. "Even if that's true, you still sent them. You still did what she suggested. That's a choice you made. She set me up. Or maybe she gave you bad advice and you're looking for someone to blame." Her voice softens, but not in a kind way. In a pitying way. "Look, I'm not trying to pile on, but you have to see how this looks. Kayla's been nothing but supportive of Liam since this happened. She's been there for him. You've been silent. Because everything I say gets twisted. Then maybe stop saying anything." She hangs up. I sit on the edge of my bed, staring at the screenshot still open on my phone. Kayla didn't just send it to Brooke. She sent it to at least a dozen people, maybe more. Each one of them now has a version of events where I'm the architect of my own destruction, and she's the reluctant whistleblower. Another notification. This time it's an email. The subject line reads, "Checking in," and it's from my manager at work. "Hi, I wanted to touch base about something that came to my attention. A few people have reached out expressing concern about some personal matters that might be affecting your professional relationships. I'm not here to pry, but I think it would be good for us to have a conversation sooner rather than later. Let me know when you're available." My stomach drops. Kayla doesn't work at my company, but she knows people who do. One of them must have said something. I draft 3 different responses before deleting all of them and closing my laptop. By the end of the week, I've stopped going to the coffee shop near my apartment. Too many people from the extended friend group go there, and the last time I walked in, the barista gave me a look that made it clear she'd heard something. I switched to a place 2 miles away where no one knows me and I can sit in the corner without feeling like I'm being watched. My phone buzzes. Another message in the main group chat, the one I haven't been kicked from yet, but also haven't contributed to in days. "Anyone going to Liam's birthday thing next weekend? Kayla's organizing it." Someone responds immediately. "Definitely. She's been amazing through all this. Seriously, he's lucky to have her." I close the app and open Instagram. Kayla posted again. This time it's a photo of her holding a balloon bouquet, standing in front of a restaurant I recognize. The caption reads, "Planning something special for someone who deserves the world." The comments are full of people guessing it's for Liam. She doesn't confirm or deny, just drops a heart emoji in response to a few of them. I scroll further. She posted a story an hour ago. It's a photo of a coffee cup with L written on the side in marker, sitting on a desk I don't recognize. The text overlay says, "Small gestures matter." I check the location tag, it's his office. She went to his workplace, brought him coffee, made sure everyone there saw her doing it. I imagine her walking in, smiling at the receptionist, asking where Liam's desk is. I imagine her handing him the cup, laughing at something he said, staying just long enough to be memorable. I imagine his coworkers watching, forming opinions, deciding she's thoughtful and kind and exactly what he needs after everything he's been through. My phone buzzes again. A text from my sister. "Mom's asking about Thanksgiving. Are you still coming?" I forgot Thanksgiving was even approaching. The idea of sitting at a table, fielding questions about my life, pretending everything is fine, makes my chest tighten. "I don't know yet," I type back. "She's worried about you. We all are." "I'm fine." "You're not answering anyone's calls?" Because no one believes me. The three dots appear, then disappear, then appear again. Maybe take a break from all this for a while. Delete social media. Focus on yourself. I don't respond. It's a photo from 2 years ago, back when Kayla, Liam, and I all went to a concert together. We're standing in front of the stage, arms around each other, grinning like nothing could ever go wrong. The caption reads, "Throwback to simpler times. Crazy how much people change." The comments are a mix of nostalgia and thinly veiled judgment. Some people show their true colors eventually. At least 2 of them stayed real. I untag myself and close the app. That night, I draft a message to Liam. I don't send it. I just need to write it out, to see if putting the words down makes them feel more real. I read it over 3 times, then delete it. The next morning, I get a call from a number I don't recognize. I almost don't answer, but something makes me pick up. "Hello? Hey, it's Jordan." Jordan, one of Liam's roommates from college. We've met a handful of times, but never had a real conversation. "Okay. Kayla's been coming by the apartment a lot, like more than usual. And she's been talking to Liam about you, a lot. What's she saying?" "Just little things, like how you used to talk about other guys in front of him, or how you were always checking your phone when you were together. Stuff that sounds small but adds up, you know?" "That's not true." I figured. That's why I'm calling. Some of it didn't sit right with me. Like, I was there for a lot of those hangouts, and I don't remember it going down the way she's describing it. My throat tightens. "Did you tell Liam that?" "I tried. He just said I didn't see the full picture." Jordan pauses. "Look, I don't know what really happened between you two, but I do know Kayla's been working overtime to make sure he doesn't hear your side, and that feels off. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, just be careful. She's good at this." He hangs up, and I sit there staring at the wall. Kayla's not just defending her version of events. She's actively building it, brick by brick, until there's no room left for mine. Jordan's call sits with me for 2 days before I decide what to do with it. Melissa's birthday party is tonight. I know because the invitation's been sitting in my inbox for 3 weeks, sent back when I was still part of the group. Back when showing up to things like this didn't require strategy or courage. I wasn't planning to go, but Kayla will be there, Liam will be there, and everyone who's spent the last month deciding who I am based on screenshots and rumors will be there too. I need them to see my face when I say it. Not a text, not a voicemail. Me standing in front of them telling the truth. I get dressed carefully. Nothing that could be called desperate or attention-seeking. Jeans, a sweater, minimal makeup. I rehearse what I'm going to say on the drive over, testing different openings, discarding the ones that sound too angry or too pleading. The bar Melissa chose is packed by the time I arrive. Music pulses through the walls, and I can see people clustered near the entrance, drinks in hand, laughing. I recognize most of them. I push through the door. The shift is immediate. Conversations stutter. Heads turn. Someone near the bar nudges their friend and nods in my direction. I scan the room and find them almost instantly. Liam's standing near the back, talking to a guy I don't recognize. And next to him, close enough that their shoulders touch, is Kayla. She's wearing his jacket. The old varsity one from undergrad. The one with his name stitched on the sleeve. It's too big on her. Sleeves rolled up. Collar flipped in a way that looks calculated. She sees me before he does. Her expression doesn't change, but something flickers in her eyes. I walk toward them. People move out of the way without me asking, creating a path that feels more like a gauntlet. Liam notices me when I'm 10 feet away. He straightens, his jaw tightening. "We need to talk," I say. Kayla steps forward slightly, positioning herself between us. "I don't think that's a good idea." "I wasn't talking to you. Maybe you should be." Her voice is calm, measured, loud enough that people nearby can hear. "You've been calling me nonstop, leaving voicemails. It's getting concerning. I called you twice. 17 times in 3 days." She pulls out her phone, turning the screen toward the people closest to us. "I have the call log right here. She called me, over and over, from a number I didn't recognize, letting it ring once or twice before hanging up. And when I finally called back, trying to figure out who it was, she didn't answer. Just let it add to the count. That's not what happened. It's literally right here." She zooms in on the log, showing my number next to a timestamp. 15 calls in a row yesterday afternoon, all under a minute. "You called me first." "Why would I do that?" She looks around, appealing to the crowd that's formed without anyone acknowledging it. "I've been trying to give you space, we all have, but you keep pushing." Liam steps forward. "You need to leave. I came to talk to you, not her." "There's nothing to talk about." His voice is flat, final. We're done, you know that. Because of her. Because she fed you a story that isn't true. Kayla sighs, a soft sound that somehow carries. I showed him the texts. The ones you sent me. You can't pretend those don't exist. The texts you told me to send. I gave you advice. You chose to follow it. She tilts her head, her expression almost sympathetic. I'm not responsible for your choices. You set me up. Or maybe you're just looking for someone to blame. She glances at Liam, then back at me. You did this to yourself, and now you're here making a scene at someone else's birthday party because you can't accept that. I'm making a scene? You're the one wearing his jacket like you won some kind of prize. Her hand moves to the collar, adjusting it slightly. He offered it to me. It's cold outside. It's 60 degrees. Are you seriously doing this right now? Liam's voice cuts through, sharp enough that I flinch. You show up here, uninvited, and start accusing people of things that don't even make sense. This is exactly what Kayla said you'd do. What she said I'd do? She warned me. She said you'd try to turn this around. Make yourself the victim. Blame her for everything. He shakes his head. I didn't want to believe it, but here you are. She's lying to you. She's been honest with me from the start. She told me about the advice she gave you. She told me she felt terrible about it. She even apologized for not realizing how you'd take it. He steps closer, lowering his voice, but not enough that others can't hear. You're the one who played games. You're the one who ignored me, flirted with other people, treated me like I was some kind of test. Kayla didn't make you do that. She told me it would make you chase me. And you believed her. That's on you. Kayla's hand rests lightly on his arm. Maybe we should go. This isn't fair to Melissa. No. I look directly at her. You don't get to walk away like you didn't plan this. Plan what? Your bad decisions? She shakes her head slowly. I tried to help you. I gave you advice I thought would work. It didn't. That doesn't make me the villain. You wanted him. I care about him. As a friend. The same way I cared about you. Her voice softens, and it's the worst part because it sounds genuine. I hate that it ended up like this, but I can't keep apologizing for something I didn't do. Someone behind me mutters, this is uncomfortable. Another voice, quieter. She needs to go. I turn, looking at the faces around me. No one meets my eyes. Melissa's near the bar, arms crossed, looking anywhere but at me. You all think I'm crazy? No one answers. You think I'm making this up? That I'm obsessed? That I can't let go? Kayla's voice comes from behind me, soft and sad. I think you're hurting, and I think you need help. I spin back toward her. Don't do that. Don't act like you care. I do care. That's why this is so hard. She looks at Liam, then back at me. But I can't let you keep doing this. To yourself, to us, to everyone here. Doing what? Refusing to take responsibility. The words hit like a slap. I open my mouth, but nothing comes out. Liam steps between us. You need to leave. Now. Or I'm calling someone. Calling someone? Security? The police? I don't know, but you can't be here. I'm not doing anything. You're harassing us. You're making people uncomfortable. You're acting unstable. His voice cracks slightly, and for a second I see something that might be regret. Then it's gone. Just go. I back toward the door. People shift to let me pass, and the space feels enormous and suffocating at the same time. Outside, the air is cooler than I expected. I make it halfway down the block before I stop, leaning against a brick wall, trying to breathe. Footsteps approach. I look up, expecting someone from the party, maybe Melissa or one of the others. It's a stranger, a guy holding his phone angled toward me. You're the girl from inside, right? I straighten. What? The one who was yelling, someone posted about it, I wanted to see if you were okay. I'm fine. You don't look fine. He's still holding the phone. The screen is lit, camera app open. Are you recording me? Just in case, you seem pretty upset. Stop. He doesn't lower the phone. Free country. I walk away, faster now, and I hear him laugh behind me. When I glance back, he's typing something, thumbs moving quickly across the screen. By the time I get home, my phone is buzzing. A link to a video, 30 seconds long. Me, outside the bar, leaning against the wall, face streaked with tears. The caption reads, Manipulative ex, can't let go. This is what obsession looks like. The comments are already rolling in. Yikes. She needs serious help. Poor guy dodged a bullet. Another video surfaces an hour later. This one is from inside the party. Someone's shaky phone footage of me confronting Kayla and Liam. The audio is muffled, but you can hear me saying, you wanted him. And Kayla's calm response, I think you're hurting. It's been viewed 3,000 times. The video views stop climbing after a week, but the damage doesn't stop with them. I lose a freelance client. No explanation, just a terse email thanking me for my work and saying they're going in a different direction. 2 days later, another one. This time they're more honest. We don't think you're the right fit for our brand image anymore. I stop checking social media. Stop looking at my phone except when necessary. I go to work, come home, and sit in my apartment with the curtains drawn. 3 weeks pass like that. Then my phone buzzes with a message from a number I don't recognize. You don't know me, but I work with Liam. We need to talk. I stare at it for a full minute before typing back. About what? Kayla. And what she's been saying when he's not around. My hands go cold. Can we meet somewhere? The coffee shop he suggests is 20 minutes away, in a neighborhood I've never been to. I almost don't go. But the alternative is sitting in my apartment, waiting for nothing to change. He's already there when I arrive, sitting in the back corner with a baseball cap pulled low. I recognize him vaguely from Liam's Instagram, someone who showed up in group photos at company events. Thanks for coming. He doesn't offer his name, and I don't ask. I wasn't sure you would. What do you want to tell me? He pulls out his phone, unlocking it and setting it on the table between us. Kayla came by the office last week. Liam was in a meeting, so she hung out in the break room. A few of us were there. And? She was showing off, talking about how she'd been planning this for months, how she knew exactly what advice to give you to make Liam pull away. He scrolls through his phone, finding something. She called it winning the long game. The words feel like a punch I've been expecting but still wasn't ready for. Did she say that exactly? Word for word. She thought it was funny. She even showed us screenshots of texts between you two, the ones where you were asking her for advice. But something was off. Off how? The timestamps. They didn't line up with other things she was saying. Like she'd reference a conversation from early in your relationship, but the date on the screenshot was from weeks later. He turns the phone toward me. I took a picture of one of them. I thought it was weird at the time. The screenshot shows a text thread between Kayla and me. It's one I remember from a night when I was venting about feeling insecure, but the date at the top is wrong. It's listed as 3 months before we actually had that conversation. She edited this. That's what I figured. And if she edited one, she probably edited more. I lean back, trying to process. Why are you telling me this? Because Liam's a good guy. He doesn't deserve to be with someone like that. And you didn't deserve what happened to you. He hesitates. Also, because I have a sister. If someone did this to her, I'd want someone to speak up. Does Liam know you're here? No, and I'm not planning to tell him. If this comes out, it has to come from you. Otherwise, he won't believe it. I nod slowly. Can you send me that picture? Already did. Check your messages. The photo is there when I open my phone. I save it immediately, then look back at him. Is there anything else? She's been using his phone. I've seen her with it a few times when he's not paying attention. She says she's just checking the time or changing a song, but it's more than that. How do you know? Because one time I saw her in the settings menu. She closed it fast, but I know what I saw. I spend the next 2 days going through everything I have. Old texts, emails, voicemails. I download metadata readers and start checking timestamps against my own records. The pattern is everywhere once I know to look for it. A text Kayla claims I sent at 11 at night was actually sent at 3 in the afternoon. Another one she said was from a fight we had in January shows a date from March. She's been editing timestamps, rearranging context, building a narrative that never existed. And then I find something worse. Messages where I said I loved him, where I told him how much he meant to me. She deleted them. She went into his phone and erased proof that I cared. I print everything, every screenshot, every timestamp, every gap in the record. I arrange them on my kitchen table, building a timeline that shows exactly what she did and when. It takes me 3 more days to work up the nerve to do anything with it. Liam goes to the same gym every morning at 6. I know because it used to be our routine back when I was part of his life. I wait in the parking lot, engine off, folder of printed pages on the passenger seat. He pulls in at 6:15, parking near the entrance. I watch him grab his gym bag from the back seat, and for a second I almost lose my nerve. Then I think about the video, the comments, the clients I lost. I get out of the car. He doesn't see me until I'm 10 feet away. When he does, his whole body tenses. I'm not here to fight. Then what are you here for? To show you something. I hold up the folder. 5 minutes, that's all I'm asking. I don't want to see whatever you think you have. You should. Why would I believe anything you show me? Because it's not from me, it's from her. That stops him. He shifts the bag on his shoulder, glancing toward the gym entrance like he's calculating whether he can get past me. Please. He exhales long and slow. Fine, 5 minutes. We sit on a bench near the entrance. I hand him the folder and watch as he opens it. The first page is the screenshot his coworker sent me, the one with the wrong timestamp. I've annotated it, showing the date Kayla claimed it was from and the date it actually happened. This is from a conversation we had in April. She told you it was from January. So she got the date wrong. Look at the next one. He flips the page. Another screenshot, another altered timestamp, then another. She edited all of these. She changed the dates to make it look like I was angrier, more manipulative, earlier in our relationship than I actually was. Why would she do that? Because she wanted you to think I'd been playing games from the start, that I'd been using her advice as an excuse. He's quiet, staring at the pages. I can see his jaw working, but he doesn't say anything. There's more. I show him the missing messages. The ones that disappeared from his phone but are still in my backup. The ones where I told him I loved him, where I talked about our future. These were deleted from your phone, not mine. That doesn't make sense. It does if someone had access to your phone and wanted to erase proof that I cared about you. His hand tightens on the folder. You think Kayla did this? I know she did. Your coworker saw her in your settings menu. She's been using your phone when you're not looking. That's insane. Is it? Or does it explain why every piece of evidence you've seen makes me look worse than I actually was? He flips through the rest of the pages, slower now. His expression shifts, something cracking beneath the surface. The gym doors open behind us. Someone walks out, glances our way, keeps moving. Why didn't you show me this before? I didn't have it before. She was careful. She made sure everything looked real, but not careful enough. No, not careful enough. He closes the folder and sets it on the bench between us. For a long time, he doesn't say anything, just stares at the pavement, his hands clasped in front of him. I don't know what to do with this. You don't have to do anything. I just needed you to see it. If this is real, it is. If it is, then I've been wrong about everything. Not everything, just her. He looks at me, really looks at me, for the first time in weeks. The certainty that's been in his eyes every time we've spoken is gone. In its place is something raw and uncertain. I need to think. Okay, He stands picking up the folder. Can I keep this? It's yours. He walks toward the gym, then stops halfway and turns back. I'm sorry. I don't know if he means for not believing me or for what's about to come next. Maybe both. Me too. He disappears inside, and I sit on the bench for another 10 minutes, listening to the sound of cars pulling in and out of the parking lot. My phone buzzes, a text from the coworker. Did you talk to him? Yeah. How'd it go? I don't know yet. Good luck. I drive home with the windows down, the folder gone, and for the first time in a month, I feel like I can breathe. The invitation arrives 3 days after our conversation at the gym. Cream cardstock, gold foil lettering, Kayla and Liam's engagement party. She's calling it an intimate celebration, but the venue listed at the bottom seats 200. I stare at it for a full minute before setting it on my counter. My phone rings. It's the coworker. Did you get one? Yeah. You going? I don't know. She's been telling everyone you won't show, that you're too ashamed. I pick up the invitation again, turning it over. The back is blank except for a small note in Kayla's handwriting. Hope you can make it. When is it? Saturday, 6 o'clock. That's 2 days. I know. I hang up and spend the next hour pacing my apartment. Then I open my laptop and start pulling files. The screenshots, the metadata, the voice memos I recorded during our last few conversations, the ones where her story kept shifting. I organize everything into a single folder, then copy it onto a USB drive. My phone buzzes with a text from a number I don't recognize. Check your email. The email contains a link to a cloud storage account. I click it, and a folder opens with over 50 files inside. Screenshots of Kayla's phone, text threads where she's bragging to someone named Becca about her plan, voice memos where she's practicing how to deliver advice to me, testing different tones to see which one sounded most sincere, and videos. Clips of her scrolling through Liam's phone, deleting messages, editing timestamps in real time. The metadata on every file is intact. Dates, times, device information, all of it pointing back to her. At the bottom of the email is a single line. She shouldn't have shown off, good luck. I download everything and add it to the USB drive. Saturday comes faster than I expect. I spend an hour getting ready, then another hour sitting in my car outside the venue, trying to convince myself this is a good idea. The parking lot is already full. I recognize cars belonging to people I used to call friends, people who stopped returning my messages after the video went viral. I grab the USB drive and my laptop bag and walk toward the entrance. The venue is a converted warehouse with exposed brick and string lights. Kayla's aesthetic, all the way. I can see her fingerprints on every detail, from the floral arrangements to the champagne tower near the entrance. A hostess greets me at the door, checking my name off a list. She doesn't react, just hands me a program and gestures toward the main room. Inside, the party is already in full swing. Kayla's in the center, wearing a white dress that's too formal for an engagement party, but perfectly on brand for her. Liam's beside her, smiling for photos, his hand resting on her lower back. I stay near the edges, scanning the room. The projector is set up in the corner, connected to a laptop on a small table, exactly where I hoped it would be. No one notices me at first. I slip through the crowd, keeping my head down, and make my way toward the tech setup. The laptop is password protected, but the projector isn't. I connect my own laptop, open the folder, and queue up the first file. Then I wait. Kayla's father taps a glass, calling for everyone's attention. The room quiets, and he launches into a toast about love and partnership and how proud he is of his daughter. I press play. The projector screen lights up behind him, cutting through the dim string lights. The first image is a screenshot of a text thread between Kayla and Becca. Step 1, make her think she's losing him. Step 2, give her advice that'll push him away. Step 3, be there when he needs someone who isn't playing games. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Kayla's father stops mid-sentence, turning to look at the screen. Kayla's face drains of color. What is this? I don't answer. The next image appears. Another text thread. This one showing Kayla bragging about how easy it was to manipulate me. She actually thinks I'm helping her. It's almost too easy. Someone near the front pulls out their phone and starts recording. Kayla rushes toward the projector, but I'm already moving to the next file. A video this time. Her scrolling through Liam's phone, deleting messages, her face lit by the screen's glow. Turn it off, her voice cracks. Turn it off right now. Liam steps forward, staring at the screen. What is that? It's fake. She's making this up. The video keeps playing. Kayla's voice comes through the speakers, recorded on one of the clips. He'll never know. I'll just tell him she was being dramatic again. Liam's hand drops from her back. He takes a step away, then another. Liam, please, you have to believe me. The next file is a voice memo. Kayla practicing her advice to me, testing different tones. You need to make him chase you. No, wait. You need to remind him what he has. Which one sounds better? The room is silent except for the audio. People are staring, some at the screen, some at Kayla. I queue up the final file. A video of her editing timestamps on screenshots, changing dates, rearranging context. The metadata is visible in the corner of the screen, showing the exact date and time the edits were made. Kayla lunges for my laptop, but someone grabs her arm. One of Liam's friends, his face hard. Don't. She jerks free, spinning toward Liam. She's lying. All of this is fake. She's just trying to ruin us. Then explain the metadata. I step forward, holding up a printed copy of the timestamp logs. Explain why your cloud account shows you editing these files. Explain why your phone's device ID matches the one in these videos. Her mouth opens, but nothing comes out. Liam's staring at the screen, his expression unreadable. Then he turns to her, and the devastation in his eyes is so raw I almost look away. You did this. Liam, you went through my phone. You deleted her messages. You made me think she didn't care. I was trying to protect you. From what? From her. From the game she was playing. She wasn't playing games. You were. His voice cracks. You set this whole thing up. You told her what to do so I'd pull away. You made me think she was manipulative so I'd come to you instead. Kayla's shaking her head, tears streaming down her face. That's not what happened. Then what did happen? She doesn't answer. The room erupts. People shouting, phones out, recording everything. Kayla's father steps toward her, his face pale, but she pushes past him, heading for the door. Liam doesn't follow. He just stands there staring at the screen as the final video loops. Someone shuts off the projector. The room stays loud, everyone talking at once. I disconnect my laptop and slip it back into my bag. No one stops me as I head toward the exit. Liam catches up to me in the hallway outside the main room. Wait. I stop but don't turn around. Why didn't you tell me sooner? I tried. You didn't want to hear it. Yeah, you should have. He steps around to face me, and the guilt in his eyes is almost worse than the anger he used to carry. I'm sorry for all of it, for not believing you, for letting her convince me you were the problem. Okay. That's it? Just okay? What do you want me to say? I don't know. That you forgive me, that we can fix this. I shake my head. We can't. Why not? Because you didn't just believe her over me. You made me the villain. You let her destroy my reputation, cost me clients, turn people against me, and you didn't question it once. I didn't know. You didn't want to know. There's a difference. His jaw tightens. So that's it. You show up, blow up my engagement, and walk away. I didn't blow up your engagement. She did. I just made sure you saw it. You could have told me privately. I tried that. You didn't believe me. So you humiliated her in front of everyone. She humiliated me first, for months. This is just the truth catching up. He doesn't have an answer for that. Behind us, the noise from the party is getting louder. Someone's yelling Kayla's name. Glass shatters. I have to go deal with this. Good luck. He hesitates, like he's waiting for me to say something else. When I don't, he walks back toward the chaos. I make it to my car before my hands start shaking. The adrenaline drains all at once, leaving me hollow. I sit in the driver's seat, staring at the steering wheel, trying to process what just happened. My phone buzzes, a text from the coworker. That was brutal, you okay? She left, took off in her car about 5 minutes ago. Liam's still inside. Good. Another text comes through, this one from a number I don't recognize. You're a legend. Everyone's talking about it. Then another. Just saw the video, she deserved that. I turn off my phone and drive home in silence. The next morning, my inbox is flooded. Apologies from people who believed Kayla's version of events. Messages from old friends asking if I'm okay. 3 emails from former clients asking if I'm available for work again. And one from Liam. I ended it. For real this time. I'm sorry for everything. I know that doesn't fix it, but I needed you to know. I delete it without responding. 2 days later, Kayla's social media accounts go dark. No posts, no stories, nothing. People say she moved back to her parents' place in another state. Liam stays in town, but I don't see him. I hear through mutual friends that he's taking time off work, trying to figure out what's real and what she fabricated. I don't reach out. A week after the party, I get a call from a journalist. She wants to interview me for a piece on digital manipulation and relationship sabotage. No thanks. It could help other people. Show them the warning signs. I'm not interested in being a cautionary tale. She thanks me anyway and hangs up. That night, I sit on my couch with a glass of wine and scroll through the folder of evidence one last time. Then I delete it. All of it. The screenshots, the videos, the metadata logs. I don't need it anymore. The truth is out. The people who matter know what happened. And for the first time in months, that's enough. The video spreads faster than I expect. By morning, clips are circulating on multiple platforms, each one racking up thousands of views. Comments pour in, dissecting every frame, every word. I don't watch any of them. My phone keeps buzzing with messages from people who ignored me for months. Apologies, explanations, requests to talk. I swipe them away without reading past the first line. Liam posts a statement 3 days later. Short, vague, something about needing time to process what was real and what wasn't. He quits his job the following week. Someone tells me he left town, maybe staying with family somewhere upstate. I don't ask for details. The journalist calls again. This time she leaves a voicemail saying the story's running with or without my input, that I deserve to control the narrative. I delete it. On a Thursday morning, I stop for coffee at the place near my old office. The barista doesn't recognize me, doesn't react when I give my name. It's the first time in weeks I've felt invisible, and the relief is startling. I take my cup and sit by the window, watching people pass. No one stares, no one whispers. My reflection stares back from the glass, and for a moment I see Kayla's face overlaid on mine. Same angle, same light. The way she used to sit across from me, offering advice with that concerned tilt of her head. I blink and she's gone. Not because I won, because I finally stopped playing.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your favorite part in the comments. See you in the next one.